Hello everybody, I am super excited to share another video with you guys. I created these ATC cards in my live stream on Wednesday, and I am back to share the shorter version for those that are not fans of the live streams and that are used to the sped up voiceover videos that are that everybody's used to on my channel. So if you want to catch a live stream, I stream every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, and I'm going to start streaming on Sundays at 2 p.m. Pacific time as well. So if you want to come and chat and hang out, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. But if you are not a fan of live streams, no worries. I try my best to get a video like this out of all the projects that I create in my live streams. All right, if you haven't done so already, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you are notified every time that I upload. Also, if you could do me a huge favor and share this video on social media and with your friends, I would really appreciate it as well. And I am wanting to do a Q&A video soon, so if you could leave me a comment and ask me a question. It can be crafty related or non-crafty related. Just make sure that it's an appropriate question. So yeah, I would love to do that for you guys. And I am going to now get into the project. So I'm starting with the wood ATC cards that Prima came out with quite a few years ago. And I found them actually on Amazon, and all of the supplies will be listed in the description box below. So if you are wanting a product or wondering what I'm using or where to get it, you can see the description box for all of those as well. But because I use a lot of random things that I've had in my stash for a long time, they might not be available anywhere. So, but I do encourage you to use what you have in your stash. You can use anything. It doesn't have to be a name brand crafty item. It can be some computer parts, sewing machine parts. It could be corrugated cardboard, especially for this type of project because you're going to paint it, and then what the magic happens is when you put the Art Alchemy Wax over it. It's just amazing, all of the texture that you get. I was rearranging my craft room and I found these wood ATC cards, and I thought they would be perfect for this. But like I said, I think corrugated cardboard would be just as great for this type of project. All right, so I am adding some random chipboard pieces. I believe all of these are from Too Crafty Chipboard. And also I have a resin piece that was sent to me from my Rusty Crown in my order that I placed. And then a Sandra Everston, I forget the name of the line that Prima came out with, but I have a little cross there. And then I am adding some string as well. And then I'm adding these Melange art pebbles, and I have tons of these because I like to use the smaller ones, and so I use them up first, and then I always end up with a ton of the larger ones, and I think this type of project is perfect to use them all up. So I added a couple more little random things, a button, and then a little junkyard findings bolt that I had in my stash. I wanted these ATC cards to be pretty simple, and as you could see, I just added a few little things and some string, and then now I am painting them with black gesso. You can also use some black acrylic paint. It doesn't have to be black gesso, but I like the black gesso because it gives it like a tooth to kind of grab onto, and it just primes everything really nicely. And as you could see, I have lots of it, so I use this often, and I haven't run out yet, so the black gesso goes a long way, I think. And I should have painted all of the embellishments first and then added them, but I do have a little trick for this when it doesn't seem like the gesso is going to get in all of those crevices. I use my black soot distress spray, and I spray it all around, and then I spread it with the paintbrush. That way it gets in all of those nooks and crannies and crevices and all of the texture, because you really want a project like this to be fully coated with the black gesso or paint or whatever you're using. All right, I did paint all three ATC cards, but I, of course, didn't want to show you guys because it could get a little boring. All right, so here is my favorite part. I don't think this will ever get old. It turns out so magical every single time, and I just absolutely love these Art Alchemy waxes. And again, you can use metallic paints as well, like a metallic acrylic paint. You don't have to have the Art Alchemy wax, but I do find the wax is creamier, of course, and it's a little bit easier to achieve this type of look. But I am using the new color Old Denim, and this color is absolutely gorgeous, as you can see. And I don't really have any rhyme or reason to where I'm putting it. And I use the same paintbrush every single time. I don't switch out between colors. As you could see, I kind of wiped it off, and now I'm going in with the Vintage Silk. But in the end, I did use brushed iron to highlight all of those details and all of the texture of all of the embellishments that I added. I didn't, well, let's see. So I added the Vintage Silk, and then I decided in the end that the brushed iron would look better and highlight more, is what I was trying to say. But I absolutely love the Vintage Silk. I use it the most, and it is probably about half gone. And I've probably used it on 75% of my Art Alchemy Wax projects, or it's my go-to color to grab when I'm doing these types of projects. All right, so the next one is, this color is the Peacock, and again, this is one of my favorite colors. It's absolutely gorgeous, and the contrast of when you put it on black and white is so pretty. And this one, I wanted the peacock to be on the edges, and a little bit more coverage on the edges. Then I'm going to go in with the Firebird and add that to the center. But I do add the peacock color to almost a full tag, but I do add more to the edges of the tag. So you see here, I'm just going in and I'm lightly brushing over. And what I do is I put some of the wax on my paintbrush, and then I will sort of pounce it out, or almost like a dry brush technique, but with the wax. I don't want big globs of it on my projects, so I'm really careful of how much is on my brush. But again, I use the same brush, and I haven't had any issues so far. But I'm adding the more to the edges, and then I'm going to go in now with the Firebird, which is probably one of my favorite combinations. This combination is so gorgeous together, I think. So I really wanted to highlight that beautiful wood veneer piece, and that is from Kaiser Craft. And then I will go in to the cross, and then also sort of like the edges of the well, not the edges, like the center of the ATC tag, right under where that cross is, as you can see. And then I'm going to use my finger to kind of blend it together a little bit. You can blend it quite easy when you first put it on, but you do not have to seal this unless you're going to be picking it up daily or something. Then I would recommend some sort of sealer. But I never seal my projects, and I've never had any issues with it coming off or the color fading or anything. I have projects from a couple years ago when they first came out, and they're just as vibrant as when I made them. So that one's probably my favorite. I love it. And this one, again, I wanted to keep these pretty simple, so there's not much embellishments going on. But as you could see, it could turn into something really cool with just a few embellishments and then the black gesso and the Art Alchemy Wax. So this color I'm using is the Amethyst Magic, and it is an Antique Brilliance wax from the older release. And what that means, it has a brown undertone, so it has like an antique look. It's a really beautiful color. And then I am going to go in with, let's see what color I choose. I don't know, I don't remember. Oh, I was being very spontaneous and adventurous and went in with the Firebird, and I absolutely love this color combination. I am definitely going to have to do a larger project using this color combination. It's super pretty. All right, so that is going to complete the projects. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am now going to share some comments. This is from Denise. She says, love the stamps that you use, beautiful cards. My favorite color combo is turquoise and lime green. Love that combination as well. Cheryl Wills says, love Corin, new to your channel. Love how supportive you are of the other makers. Thanks. Thank you so much. And Joyce says, I always enjoy your videos, Tiffany. Oh, thank you so much, Joyce. Thank you all for leaving comments. I do appreciate every single one of you, and those of you that watch my videos and give it a thumbs up. I do appreciate you guys so much. And I am now going to feature another channel. Her name is Jessica. She is so positive. You guys are absolutely going to love her. Her channel is fairly new, but she's such a positive person, and just I could tell her soul is so beautiful. So be sure to go show her some love, subscribe, watch her videos, and I think that's it for today. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.